Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the popular vote nationwide according to Real Clear Politics, in which as of right now, Donald Trump is leading the popular vote nationwide, receiving more votes than Kamala Harris according to the Real Clear Politics aggregate, meaning he would also most likely win the Electoral College on top of that. And also, RCP has shifted the New Hampshire race from lean Democrat to toss-up, basically 50-50 for either candidate. As you can see right here, it is no longer the lean category for Kamala Harris. It is now toss-up in terms of that rating. But before we get started, I am going to be filling out this electoral map based off of a 0.3% Trump popular vote, how I think every swing state will look like if he does win it by 0.3% for the popular vote. But before we get started, make sure you guys are subscribed, click the bell so you don't miss out my content, press the like button, share this video. Don't forget, we have memberships. If you're interested, you can find a link to that in the description section. So he is currently winning the popular vote by 0.3%. But if you take a look at the no toss-up ratings map, I honestly disagree with that, because they currently have Wisconsin and Michigan going to Kamala Harris. Meanwhile, Trump wins the popular vote at the same time by 0.3%. That makes no sense in my opinion, because Trump literally lost the popular vote by 2 points in 2016, and he still ended up winning both of those states, Wisconsin and Michigan. But apparently in this election, according to RCP, that he can still lose Wisconsin and Michigan, but somehow end up winning the popular vote. That makes absolutely no sense. You would think that if he wins the popular vote, he's going to win those two states, because he didn't win the popular vote in 2016 and still managed to, win Wisconsin and Michigan. So I think 312 would be more accurate if he wins the popular vote rather than 287. I think the map in RCP makes absolutely no sense. And by the way, they just flipped those states. They actually originally had, I believe a week ago, Wisconsin, Michigan for Donald Trump, and now they flipped it. Meanwhile, the popular vote's going to Donald Trump at the exact same time. That just makes no sense. I mean, if he's going to win the popular vote, he has to win Michigan and Wisconsin. I mean, the math just doesn't add up. So, and now we're going to talk about, New Hampshire, shifting from lean Democrat to toss-up in terms of their rating map. So as of right now, according to their average in this state, Kamala Harris has a lead of 4%, which is supposed to be a lean margin, which is why I also disagree with this. I personally have New Hampshire, in my opinion, arguably likely. I currently have her winning it by 5 percentage points. But, 4% is not toss-up whatsoever at all, so I don't understand why RCP has shifted the New Hampshire race from lean Democrat to toss-up when her lead on average is 4 points. 4 points does not look like it's toss-up to me. It should be lean. So I'm going to disagree with that. She's almost at 50%, and Donald Trump is almost at 46%. So that's a 4-point lead, but at the same time they have it as toss-up. I think those two things don't make sense. Number one, the popular vote, Trump wins it, but he loses, Wisconsin and Michigan at the same time. It just doesn't make sense. And also, they shifted New Hampshire to toss-up rating instead of lean Democrat when she's winning it by 4 points. A 4-point margin is not toss-up at all. That should be lean for Kamala Harris. So I am going to disagree with those things. But, we take a look at the popular vote. We go back to the popular vote. Trump's up by 0.3%. I'm going to fix the map with my personal map. If Trump wins the popular vote by 0.3%, how I think the exact map would look like with that exact margin of 0.3% for the popular vote nationwide for Donald Trump. I don't think it's going to be Wisconsin, Michigan going to Harris when he wins the popular vote. He only gets 287 electoral votes. I just don't see that happening. So I'm going to make my own map. In my opinion, originally he is winning Nevada, Arizona, Georgia, those Sunbelt states. So right now, Nevada's tilt for Donald Trump, in my opinion. Arizona is lean for the former president, and Georgia is lean as well. North Carolina right now, in my opinion, is going to be tilt for Donald Trump. And then you have Virginia. I think at this point it's lean for Kamala Harris. I have her winning it by 4 points as of right now. You have Minnesota. I currently have it likely for the vice president. And then things get really interesting with the Rust Belt states. And then you have New Hampshire as well, which, just like we talked about, they just shifted it from lean Democrat to toss-up. But on the average, they literally have her up by 4. 4 is not toss-up at all. So in my opinion, New Hampshire is going to be likely. This is just my map. Now, if Trump wins the popular vote, I think New Hampshire is no longer likely, and it's lean for Kamala Harris. And then you have Wisconsin, which things really don't make sense with their no toss-up ratings. How is Wisconsin blue when Trump wins the popular vote by 0.3%? In 2016, he lost the popular vote by 2 points and still won Wisconsin, which makes absolutely no sense. I think he's downright going to win Wisconsin by about a percentage point if he were to win the popular vote. I mean, it's just common sense. You have Michigan, yet again, going to Kamala Harris. I mean, I can understand Kamala winning Michigan if she wins the popular vote, but the fact that RCP has Trump up with the popular vote but losing this state is not going to make sense. Yet again, he won Michigan in 2016 but lost the popular vote. Imagine if he won the popular vote, he's going to win Michigan guaranteed, right? You would think that, but RCP says no. I'm going to have to disagree with that. I think it'll be tilt for Trump by under a percentage point. You have the state of Pennsylvania. Obviously, me and RCP both agree it is going to Donald Trump. This is the tipping point state, as we all know, and we could decide who wins this election, surpassing 270 electoral votes. So this is the map. If Donald Trump wins the popular vote by 0.3%, in my opinion, based off the RCP aggregate, this is, he is up by 0.3, but according to them, New Hampshire's, Wisconsin is for Harris and Michigan is blue. That just does not make sense whatsoever. You have New Hampshire shifting from lean to toss-up, but she's up by 4 in the aggregate. That's not toss-up. That is lean. So I don't get what RCP is doing here. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say RCP is worse than 538 because it's not. I believe 538 is less accurate than RCP, which is why I use it for majority of the time. But I think a map like this is more accurate with a 0.3% popular vote for Donald Trump. And by the way, he was actually up by 0.4, so it actually decreased with the popular vote. Then, a map like this is, I think, if Trump wins a popular vote by 0.3, this is not going to be the map. I think this is less accurate. I think my map is more accurate. 312 instead of 287, which is what 538 has it at. So let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Do you agree with my map more or Real Clear Politics, in which they have Wisconsin, Michigan blue, but Trump wins the popular vote? That just never happens. If he's going to win the popular vote by 0.3, he's going to carry both of those states. So I think I'm more correct. But one last final reminder is to subscribe, click the bell so you don't miss all my content, press the like button, share this video. Don't forget we have memberships. You can find links to that in the description section if you are interested. That's pretty much it. Thank you everyone for watching.